And we are back, uh, ladies and gentlemen, New Pack City, Hawks fans worldwide. Welcome back to your favorite weekly Hawks Hoopcast. It's Wednesday, December 15th, 2021. I go by Lou Starsky, aka Chairman of the Boards, and we have a very somber and sober show for us today. Uh, the Hawks lost at home to Houston, giving up the lead in the fourth quarter and giving up 44 points. Does this, we'll get into that. I don't want to get into it just yet. I have a lot to think about on how we lost that game. I know Houston is a good team. I know that, we were there, we played really well, but the way we're losing these games and now we're losing them at home has got me a little bit frustrated, and we'll definitely get into that. The GM shuffle, we had a couple of big moves in the front office. I think with this GM shuffle, does that mean we are now buyers and or sellers, or are we staying pat? And is that going to have an impact on the re-signing of Cam and Hunter, or any of the directions that we've been going in the last 3 years, which seem to be pretty good? The other thing is it defense? Is it Trey playing hero ball? Is it not having a clear number two? Why are the Hawks plotting as a 500 team? And we'll definitely get into that. Today's game day against Orlando Magic, so we'll definitely talk that game as well. And we'll get into the little discussion that I've seen in the group. I think it's a little premature, but is Nate McMillan on the hot seat? And I think there might be some, maybe some Lloyd Pierce, loyalists that are trying to stir up the pot here. But I do not think Nate needs to be on the hot seat. I think the Hawks need to just get their act together, to be honest. But first, hit the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. I know Mike loves when we have a bunch of comments going on. New Pack City is our Facebook group that inspired the podcast. We have a bunch of characters in that group, a bunch of different personalities, and we think we chose some of the better ones and brought them in as a group, and we like to talk Hawks. So if anybody out there in New Pack City wants to come on and talk on the show, the broadcast is wide open. We definitely can accommodate that. Before I get the show started, I would like to say RIP to Michael Gearin Sr. Died today, or maybe even yesterday, at age 87. And with that said, I'm going to bring in my co-host. What's up, Mike?
Yo, Lou, my boy. You sound hurt there for a minute.
Oh, man, it threw me off, too. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh man. It's, my whole thing this season has been, I expected us to be around a 500 team. I thought the East got a lot better. I know everybody was going crazy with their predictions, but, I thought that this would be a 42 and 40 type season. There's still a huge learning curve, and we're still trying to become the best team possible. But my whole thing this year was like, as long as we're not losing at home, I'm okay. And it started off just that way, where we're dominating at home and, we're playing some close games on the road. I was okay with that. Yeah. Now we have a 4 or 5 game home losing streak. All those games were winnable. We're not being a dominant home team. And that is the course that good teams take in order to become dominant in the playoffs in the future. You have to protect home.
Nah, I feel you. I mean, and like you said, we started out that way. We lost the last 4, but at home, but we won the last 4 on the road. So we kind of swapped it out. Ideally, if we would have just kept doing what we were doing, protect at home, then won them 4 on the road, we'll be sitting in good position right now. And we wouldn't really be fussing and saying the things we're saying right now. I say that to just kind of calm everybody down a little bit. I mean, it's a little concerned, but at the same time, I'm not going to be too concerned. Issues of like defense or all the reasonings reasons of why we might have been losing. Um, I just really put it to, just really just making plays. Really at the end of the day, I can't necessarily pinpoint it on one side of the ball. It's just about, playmakers stepping up and making the plays at the time as being. And previous to the last maybe game or maybe two, I want to say the last game for sure. The other ones that we lost, I really was putting it on Trae Young's shoulder as far as shooting just the ball too many times, just too many attempts down the stretch and nobody else involved. But the defense, like I said, points wise, everybody in the league pretty much give up a bunch of points. I mean, we just got to get the right stops. But
that's
like
the
I
thing,
said,
though. We're not getting
really
those
just
stops
seen the
anymore.
closing.
But that's
What's
the thing is we're not getting those stops anymore. It seems like in the fourth quarter we become a bad team. Like we dominate. I've seen us dominate games for 3 3/4, and then all of a sudden lose the game.
But
I don't
I feel like
understand
we
that.
become we're I feel like the thing that's more glaring to me is the lack of plays being made outside of Trae Young down the stretch.
Right.
If anything, we become an easier team to be guarded right now down the stretch and crush out. Like I don't
Because we don't have a clear number 2, right?
I'm not denying it. Defense need to be better, but I'm just saying for me, I don't see that as like number one issue per se, because like I said again, you look across the board. I mean, pretty much everybody give up a lot of points on any given night, and it's just a matter of key stops or whatnot. But
Yeah, but okay. So let me ask you this: How after the Charlotte game, when we gave up 45 3-pointers, how are you going to let Eric Gordon
that
go
was bad.
5 for 5? Like,
I mean,
what
that
is
was
it? Our closeout that's
I
not
mean,
proper on this?
Lou, you didn't see Eric Gordon and DJ Augustin balling before we even tipped off. You didn't know that was going to happen.
I did not know that they would be able to have that effect, and also, I'm tired of open 3-pointers.
DJ Augustin literally balls every time he plays against the Atlanta Hawks. No matter what
No
jersey
doubt
he
about
is
it.
wearing, he plays well no matter what. I'm
That is
going to
true.
my fantasy talk. And then Gordon, too, it doesn't matter if he's healthy. I already knew that was going to be a rip. Now, the thing about it you get mad about is getting outworked many times by a Ken Martin kid. You know what I'm saying? That's a glaring issue. But I'm not finna be right. You naming 2 vets. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at them, but I'm saying, like, how can we not focus? Like, where's the breakdown in, like, hey, look,
that's what I'm
this guy
saying. The
is
breakdown for
4
me
for
that I see
4.
is the lack of playmaking. Like, I don't feel like we had the playmaking. Look, bro, we were up 3 with 4 minutes left.
Yeah, that's when I
remember
stopped
this
watching.
glaringly.
I had to go
The
do my
ball,
show.
we 4 minutes left. For me now, this is crunch time down the stretch. 4 minutes left, okay? Fourth quarter. The ball gets swung to our boy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want him to get the ball more and more touches and everything. He has a wide open 3. We're up 3 points at this time too as well, though. But he has a wide open 3. He shoots it, bricks it, shoots it short. We pretty much missed like everything after that possession, and we was continuing to miss there. But that was just a key possession right there. It didn't. Another thing that messed up that was kind of key. I'm adding it up though. That's a missed 3. And then when he went to the line later on, he split his free throws.
You talking about Trae?
No,
or no?
John Collins.
Okay.
John Collins missed big 3, wide open. Like I said, ball moved, got to him, missed it. You understand what I'm saying? And then, like I said, though, ball was thrown ahead to him on a break. To me, it was an offensive foul, but we got Love on the call, and he went to the line. And what does he do? He doesn't capitalize on both free throws right there. So to me, that's 2 playmaking opportunities or whatever outside of Trae Young or whatever that we need to happen. And also, too, that totals up to be the 4 points difference or whatever that we lost by or, could have just won by or whatnot. But anyway, outside of that, though, too, Kevin Huerter, when he did get his 1 attempt or whatnot, he was aggressive. He drove his little turnaround in the middle of the paint. He just missed it. But it was only 1 attempt. We want to see more aggressiveness out of him or something like that down the stretch because we feel like that he can do that and make the plays. I feel like, but I say all that to get back to what we was talking about the last show, bro, and Sabonis being out there. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like,
we need a number 2. I think us not having a number 2.
We need another playmaker, man. Like, I mean, Gallo in a sense can be a player, but he's slow as hell, and he's really a bench player. He gives us what he can when it happens. Gallo is icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? So when you are in the 7-game series, when he ball every 3 games, that's 2 games out of 7-game series that get you into the
A better
next round,
position.
basically, which is big. But through the season, you don't really, we're not trying to lean on that. You
Right.
can't necessarily. So a Sabonis type man, man, I'm sure Travis probably thinking. That's all I'm saying.
So what do you think this GM shakeup will help facilitate that, or do you think that will slow down any process or any headway we could make with this Indiana
Man,
team?
everybody been here already. It's not like
And I think
Landry
Cat's
Fields
available too at this
come
point
around.
too. I mean, like we need a big man
Yeah, but
that
I'm
can
saying, but
score.
it's not like Landry Fields was from somewhere else. He's been groomed here. He's been with Travis for a while, so I pretty much see that as Travis still being the GM to an extent. Like I'm pretty sure they still on the same page. Whatever's the goal was beforehand, or I don't see anything just breaking off left or whatnot just because of
Well,
that.
I want to know. My thing is, what I want to know is who's making the decisions, because I've enjoyed his decisions. I don't know if Travis is this guy just a front man, or is Travis still making these decisions? Because we got to re-sign
I'm
Cam, we
pretty
got to
much
re-sign
Travis.
Hunter. All
I'm
of our
pretty much
draft picks, I'm
Travis
cool
stamp.
with.
I'm pretty much Travis got a final stamp.
Yeah.
That's all I say. I'm
Well, why
pretty
do you
much.
think this move happened right now then?
Why?
Was it just to promote good work by Landry Fields? Is it just to make sure that he doesn't go off and become somebody else's GM?
I might say, to be honest, that's what I was about to kind of lean towards. I think that he'll be a GM somewhere else soon, if
Gotcha.
not for this type of move. This yeah, it keeps him around probably for a little longer. That because I mean I feel like it's a little trend or it's kind of success with these young GMs. It's former players or whatnot. I mean I can't name a whole lot though, but I know the Phoenix. With James Jones or
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah.
Right? Yeah,
And
yeah.
even Brad Stevens and stuff like that. I mean, like,
Brad Stevens, that's a pretty young guy or whatnot. So it's
and
not
all the old guys
impossible
are
that he would have got a job. What's that?
all the old type of GMs. They're losing favor with the whole organization. I've seen this a couple of times where they don't like how mean he is, or they don't like how this he is, or he has this old school way of being a GM, and it's not really fostering this
Yeah, I mean,
success that it used to.
it made sense. It made sense though. It's a kind of buffer. Landry a lot younger. He's closer to the way that these players came up and everything like that to be able to relate to them, understand what it is that they want. So yeah, it makes sense, especially with the way that LeBron them team changing up the game with.
So, okay, I'm going to shift gears just a little bit before we go back into this Hawks loss against Houston.
We need a playmaker.
Was that?
No, I was just saying we need a playmaker, man. But yeah.
No, I totally agree. Not only just a playmaker, we don't need another guard playmaker. We definitely don't need Lou Williams and Trae Young playing together anymore.
I don't want it on the wing. Nah.
What's that?
I don't want it on the wing.
No, I want a low post. I want a low post threat.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
Okay, so before we get into we go back into this Houston game, because Alison Goon played well. This Houston team is, God damn it.
Nice.
But I see in the group it creeping up about Nate McMillan. Do you think Nate has coached that bad to where he should be on the hot seat after the run he had last year?
Nah, man. Nah, I sent some quotes that Nate just on a different page, and the players gotta get on that page right now. Like some of the stuff that it wasn't necessarily shocking to me. Like say the players or he allowing them to do in a sense run the offense themselves in a sense, in the fourth quarter and stuff.
I heard that. And that was right before the Houston game too, right?
Yeah. And during that game or whatever is when I think they said the Knicks said he's gonna start kind of reeling it in a little bit more. But to me, that's not surprising because on the pro level, that's pretty much what a veteran coach is going to do and what he wants, from a team that expects to win. And I saw a quote from him today, I guess, in response to maybe Sharif and Jalen Johnson getting time and everything like that. And he basically was saying he's not coaching that. He's not coaching development. And we're not in development mode. And that's a lot of stuff that I was telling, I was saying before the season started and still continue to say when people look for Sharif for Jalen Johnson, I'm like, man, the only way they're going to play is that it's going to have to be a lot of injuries. It's just simple as that. I'm talking about right now for Jalen Johnson to play, Gallo or JC has to go out. That's to the extent of with DeAndre and Double O still not playing and everything like that. And he still probably only played less than 10 minutes if that happened, because he probably be seeing Jay more or whatnot. And I know it frustrates people, but now Nate's an old school coach. It's like I feel like last year it was a good
Lightning
mix.
in a bottle.
Yeah, to an extent, and right now I feel like it's the same thing again where you have the injuries that, and also too, we're not defending. We're not defending well, like you said, and then also to the playmakers. I'm trying to think for his playmaking was. I feel like was DeAndre and Bogey, how long were they out together? Because I feel like that was more staggered last year.
It was definitely more staggered.
Because I feel like that's the playmaking key that's a little bit off with because I don't know. I have to go back and see how long Bogey and DeAndre were out together. But I know they missed a lot of time, period, separately.
Well, do you think Nate and the new GM situation, do you think they're looking at it as we can solve this internally, or do you think they're looking to make a move? Just your gut, like what's your gut feeling on this? Not anything spectacular, but what's how are you feeling they're looking to handle this?
I want them. Right now, I kind of want them to make a move. I mean, I don't want them to make a move before the season, but my gut telling me that I think they thinking they can handle it internally, but
I mean, Capella can't be traded, so I mean that puts I was saying that if we did try to have him come off the bench, Chauncey brought up a great point last show. Like, how is he gonna take that?
Why Capella can't be traded?
Because it's in his contract. I think because we signed him, he can't be traded for past the trade deadline, which makes it he can't be traded till next year.
He can't be traded to next year. Well, trade Clint. We figure that out. Penalty or something like that. What kind of penalty it is? If it's a penalty, but we're gonna take that penalty. Bite that one. Get it. That's the piece that you got to trade, man.
Toronto comes up as an interesting third trade partner because they do need a center, and they're looking for Miles Turner, but we could give them Capella, and we could jump on with Domantas Sabonis. Oh, we got a little superstar here. What's going on, Damon? Still rocking the A, I see. Still rocking Atlanta.
What the hell? What the hell Mike been at, man? Mike been MIA, dog.
Well, me, I'm right here. What you mean, man? I've been here every Wednesday.
Hey, real quick. Hey, did you see that? You see that crypto?
That spike
glitch yesterday.
You was a trillionaire for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wait, what? Who made a trillion?
What you mean? What, man? Yeah, man. You're a trillionaire. You looked at your crypto wallets for a minute, man. You talking on Coinbase or whatever. You had certain stuff that went up crazy. You weren't gonna be able to cash out nothing, but it was just a glitch in the matrix. I can't wait till it work for real like that or something, but that's gonna be crazy.
I know, man. I screenshot it, man. I'm gonna show that. I'm gonna get it to my son. I'm gonna give it to my son so when he go out, he can just show it. Be like, hey, girl, look at this.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's still in the charts. You can show where it spiked up at though, but yeah, it's crazy and it reflected in your balance too, man. It's like, but I don't even know how to say that number. Like,
well, let me ask y'all this, because we have one of our viewers asked, who is the leader of this team? And that is a great question.
Playing wise, as far as like statistically, that would be Trae Young. Outside of hype, hoorah, high fives, you know what I'm saying, and handshakes, as far as everybody says is important, and John Collins. Defensively, I don't know.
We don't have a defensive leader.
All the little things, yeah, I don't know. I mean, that Solo probably was like the little things guy, but he didn't play enough, and he's hurt and he's gone. So, defensive leader, I mean, you'd like to say Clint, but man, I don't know, man. I don't want to say that about a Hawks player, man, because I don't say that or whatever. I'm a fan of all Hawks players besides Antoine Walker. That's the only person that I don't like as an Atlanta Hawk.
How could you not like Antoine Walker?
Bruh, you know how many games we won that season with him at the league? Bro, he was horrible, man. He blew so many games for us, man. Like, we did not have to only win 13 games. We could have won more than that.
Yeah, that's true. It just, I really do hope that
Clint bothers me, man. But anyway, there you go.
No, I feel you on this with the Clint, because Clint, in order for Clint to be effective on this team, he has to dominate defensively and on the rebounds, and I don't think he's given us the energy that he was giving us before. I don't want to say he signed a contract, but before that time,
the domination isn't there to outweigh the horrible offense, man, and the missed bunnies and stuff like that. You feel me? And not being able to go to him, period, with that. Because also too, like I said, man, that lob is gone this year, basically. The lob that JC in a sense still there, because JC gonna body you and dunk on you, you know. But Clint, he need a clean lob, man. So
who's the leader of the team then? Because like Dave said, you kind of danced around it.
Hey man, I'm just saying, I didn't dance around it. I feel like I broke it down. I tried to just put it in the category. It's just not like a one person leader of all of that. I mean, I say it like that. Then that's what you want to be said. We don't have a leader. Then yeah, we don't.
Well, is it important? Is it important that Trey develops into that leadership role?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Your best player doesn't always have to be the leader. It's just like
make it easier, but yeah.
Pick any organization. So I'll use the Army for example. You could be an effective leader, but not be the best soldier. You see what I'm saying? Because it's different things that go into being a leader than being the best player. The best player is just being the best on the court. But leadership goes on the court and beyond the court. That's how you develop that chemistry. You see what I'm saying? By people building relationships off the court. That's how the chemistry gets built, and that's how you start playing for someone and giving 100% effort, because you're playing for that person because you want to play for that person. You see what I'm saying? And that's where when you see people start talking, when they was talking about LP last year, when all that stuff came out about him and Trey not being on the same page. Players, Cam Reddish talking about he felt bullied. That's why that to me was a fireable offense. Fuck the record. That's a fireable offense, because when it's toxic at the top, then it's going to be toxic throughout the whole organization.
Okay, well, let me kind of pinpoint this then, Damon. Who can yell at Trey when he does the wrong thing? Who on the team
can yell at Trey?
Who on the team can pull him to the side and be?
But this is the thing, Lou. This is the thing. To me, the leader, if I had to pick a leader, your leader has to be the head coach. If I had to pick one. Now, with that said,
he's not on the court though. We need one on the court.
But I'm saying the head coach sets the standard. So when the head coach says, you know what, all y'all motherfuckers is the same. Prime example, who's good at that? Bill Belichick. Who's the leader on the Patriots? You would say Tom Brady just because he's a quarterback. But let's be honest, he wasn't the vocal leader. You have more than just Brady as the vocal leader. You had numerous people.
Well,
why?
Yeah,
because
he did, but I kind of disagree with that a little bit, though. LeBron.
Go ahead.
I mean, DeMond.
LeBron.
Bro. I don't know what the heck. But anyway,
I'd say more James Harden, but go ahead.
I know, right? But no, man, Tom Brady definitely the leader and vocal leader. But in football, you got a lot more positions and stuff like that. So I agree, and that's what made the Patriots fight, because they had all the leaders at every single level and every group to that extent and everything. Though, but Tom Brady definitely like that guy. He's vocal or whatever, and say and all that. But at the same time, you had the coach. So I agree with that though. But I'm just saying you got to have that on field, on court guy as well. You know what I'm saying? Trey does have to grow into being that coach on the court, because he is the point guard. The only thing that I'll get on Trey about right now, because to be honest with you, it's kind of cliche to go to defense about Trey right now, because I feel like he is trying and he's giving a lot better effort on defense.
And he gets steals.
Huh? Yeah, I see him being more active and everything like that. He acknowledges he's doing a lot better. And I can argue, if I pull it up, I'm pretty sure he's a lot better statistically too. He's more middle of the pack and not at the bottom of the league like he once was. But his problem, what I'm saying, is that Trey cannot go Kobe mode like he liked to, which is fine, at the point guard position. You can't do that. Like,
have somebody else bring the ball up.
Detrimental because Chris Paul, he doesn't do that. You know what I'm saying? He more so picks his spots, but he still get into It's Devin Booker who is going Kobe mode per se or whatever, you know, because shooting guard, that's what you're supposed to do. That's more cliche. I mean, that's more traditional. But if you take Steph Curry, for example, Steph Curry is not necessarily initiating the offense literally from the inbounds or for the missed shot. Not every single play down the stretch, 5 minutes, and rest of the game, 5 minutes and down. He is not every single time bringing it down, nobody else touching the ball, and he's shooting. That's what's happening with Trey or whatever. He's off the ball more. Draymond is initiating the offense or whoever else you can say. So we have to do that more down the stretch. That's what I'm saying. To an extent, like another playmaker, or just Trey has to come off the ball more definitely if literally okay, we know that you're our go-to and you're our closer guy, but we at least need to have the ball and everything being initiated through somebody else. I would like to see Kevin Huerter right now at the moment initiating everything probably down the stretch. He initiated things, let Kev do his deference or whatever. He initiate thing, maybe JC get the ball, and then Trey catches it off of a JC action or whatever, and then that's the JC going to work. But you give an opportunity for the rest of the team to still stay in the flow of the game, and then we're not that easily defended.
You bring up a great point. I mean, you bring up a really good point. I would love to see even Kevin Huerter bring the ball up in those moments in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
To allow Trey to run around and just give people a different look. I mean, you talk about Curry and he is an outlier, but Steve Kerr does a really good job of like you said, letting somebody else bring the ball up, having the ball go in a totally like in a misdirection where then all of a sudden you have Curry running off of 17 screens and he gets the ball at the top and shoots a three. Like, we aren't trying anything. Is kind of where I'm at.
We gotta try and address some of our comments. You had some of them come through like fire real quick though. But anyway, what Damon was saying and everything like that, I was just trying to say that real quick. And I know one comment was about we gave up 132 points to the Rockets, but we only lost by 4 points, right?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's bad. We gave up 132 points though, but it's bad to give up 128 points. You feel me?
Yeah, but they got the W.
Yeah, they got the W. You're right, exactly. But I told you too, John Collins missed a wide open 3 at the 4-minute mark, and he split his free throws down the stretch when he got the love on really what was an offensive foul. Right, that's 4 points right there too, though. Just make the plays, and then too, like I told you though, Trey Young sitting there just, I don't want to call it ball hogging, but he the one who need to shoot the ball, but it's hard to do that from the point guard position like that.
So
that's what he do. He does do that. I gotta admit
it. What's that? Go ahead. What you say, Demar?
What'd you say,
Demar? I agree. You was right the first time when you said Trey be ball hogging but this what I like to know. Do you think Trey ball hogging because he wants because he feels that since he's the star player he has to do it? Or do you feel he ball hogs because he doesn't have faith in the players on the court? What's your opinion on that?
This brings into this question: who's the number 2? Who does he defer to?
It don't matter.
If you're Trey Young, who are you deferring to?
Number 2. Why do y'all keep this number 2 thing?
I don't know why Tom Brady didn't have a number 1 receiver or whatever. He just distributed the ball, man, and got touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't understand why y'all keep coming up with this number 2 thing. At the end of the day, listen. We know what Trey gonna do.
Basketball's not football, guys.
5 minutes.
Point guard quarterback to me.
Basketball is not football. I mean, it's not. You need a number 2. You need a number 3.
It's sport.
Just like in football, you need a number 1 receiver. You need a QB one.
Put it like this though. Put it like this.
Tight end one.
Jason Kidd is my favorite player of all time, though, man. Them championship, well, not championship teams though, but teams that he took to the finals 2 times in a row. Who who's number 2? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's number 2? And number 2 wasn't a number 2 without Jason Kidd. It's possible to when you're a point guard, you can do that. Like, you can make it work. Like, when you got like, okay, number 2 is literally 7 of my teammates. You know what I'm saying? That's what Trey has at his disposal. Some are hurt right now. You still got a few. You got to get them to work.
I feel you on that, actually. And I do feel you on that. I guess you still need someone who is competent that you can dump the ball down to. For Trae Young, I think it's important for him to have someone that he feels confident deferring to. So I guess to answer Damon's question, I'm going to say I think it's more of the fact that he thinks that he has the best chance to accomplish the mission. And I don't think that there's a couple of other players that are demanding the ball from either a vocal standpoint or a skill standpoint. And I think we need a number 2 skilled player. Like, it doesn't have to be a number 2 this or that. It just needs a number 2 scorer that you can dump the ball into and he goes to work.
It's a bonus.
Okay, well, let's talk about that.
I mean, not just Sabonis though, but real quick, Damon, I was gonna say, you bringing it up though, but remember, we can bring up the old shows, man. Bucks, what was game 5, game 6, after we lost or after we finished that series or whatnot? What was like the first thing I said, bro? Like, I was the one that said Trae Young should have sat out that game 6. Do not play. He is hurt. We need to just go out there and do what we can at home court. We already beat these boys without Trae. We need to just try and do it again. We got home court because ain't nobody gonna defer to them. They know they got to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then just bring about game 7 because Trae going in a sense ball hog with him. And everybody did it. Why you didn't give it to Cam? I brought it up then. I was like, even if we do have a star, would Trae step to the side and let somebody else get the shine for the W and be the one who hit the game winner? We don't know. He said hell no.
I'm listening to y'all. Okay, I'm listening to y'all talking. My mind just dazed off into that Houston game, and it's like, okay, but we still need a defensive stop. Like when we get into it, and we have a 20-point lead, and it gets down to 10 or it gets down to 7. What are we doing to stem the tide?
I mean,
no,
I feel you, man.
We need to play some damn defense. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, 132 is too much.
You up 19 points. Okay, you up 19. For you to blow a 19-point lead in the third quarter
at home
and the fourth quarter that's a team effort on the offensive end and the defensive end because it's a consistent thing with the Hawks. That's why sometimes y'all see me. Hopefully, when we go in the half with the lead, I'll be like, hopefully we won't trick it off in the third quarter. Usually be the third quarter where we give up the lead, right? Mm-hmm. But we need to focus on playing defense because you cannot give up 120, 130 points a night and think you're going to come out here every night and outscore teams while you giving up 120 points. Point blank, period. To me, that Rockets game fell off defense, which defense is what? Effort. And like I told somebody in the group, our record reflects our effort. That's the effort we give. Because if you look at all those losses, we play defense in the second half, we probably be 5 to 10 games over 500. But look how many games we tricked off in the second half of those losses.
I agree, Damon. But hey, Lou, can we start doing this, or can you do it, bro? Because they do it. We already got it on YouTube, man. Can we bring in the clips or whatever, the final, just every basket or whatnot, man? Because I feel like a lot of stuff, man, we kind of got outworked. But defense, I like I said, I don't disagree. But at the same time, though, Houston got the W. If I'm the Houston coach or whatever, I'm mad at them about defense too, man. You gave up 128 points. And like, yeah, we just outscored them though. But I'm like, you can't do this every night. Y'all looked up tonight and everything like that. Like, yeah, y'all, even if you came back from 19 down or whatever, you still gave up 128 points in the game. Like, that's a lot. And then shoot, I'd be mad when nights that we do be winning, y'all. And y'all be like, oh man, we play good defense, but we gave up 112 points. We gave up 115 points. We won because we had like 119. But that's still crazy to me. But at the same time, to me, that's like just to an extent the game today. So that's why I kind of put, like, if I had to rank the issues, I'll rank and say Playmaker And then we need to, everything else or whatever. Because I mean, defensive wise, you get a DeAndre Hunter back, even Bogey or whatever. Yeah, you'll do a little bit better, to an extent. But playmaker wise, though, man, we ain't got no other playmaker outside of Trey, and that's what I seen the issue. Because I'm telling you, Philly, what happened against Philly? Trey took every damn shot down the stretch from like last 5 minutes against who else? New York. What's another game? What was after Philly? The one we lost. Was it this last one or what? There was another one in between, and I feel like it was the same
against
thing.
Brooklyn,
Rockets, huh?
Against Brooklyn,
against the Nets, the same damn thing, bro. Trey took every shot, bro. No other playmaker.
And I think KD did that on purpose, where he kind of got him thinking that that's what he needed to do. He almost got in his head.
Yeah, he revved him up a bit, and I was like,
What's up, AJ?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think he got in no Trey Young head, but I think I'm the opposite of Mike. I prefer we improve our defense first, then playmaker. I don't understand what's Kevin Huerter's role. Is he not a playmaker?
Right.
Or
I think he is.
Good?
I don't.
He not. I mean, he's been starting a couple games, and he's been a no-show. He was a no-show. Where was he at the past couple games? He's been a no-show in that fourth quarter. Huh?
Got to put the ball in his hands.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So to me, that's a rotation thing to me. If you need another playmaker and you got a Kevin Huerter who people think is a playmaker, maybe we shouldn't have both of them on the court at the same time. I don't know. I'm not the coach, but we cannot allow 115, 120 points. We cannot keep giving it up. We have no paint presence on the defensive end once Capella leaves. And then even when Capella and Collins in the game, when Hunter is not in, when Reddish is not in, whoever's in for those guys, they don't even play defense. They just filter them in. They try to filter them into Capella. And then Capella come over there, and then Collins try to get weak side help, and then somebody's always open.
I feel you. But no, I was just gonna ask real quick though. But we didn't really get good at defense last year into the playoffs, right? That's when it was like at the right time we was top in the playoffs in defense.
But do we want to be?
Because how we went on a run.
But are we trying to take the next step?
Right.
I mean, we got to take the next step, but our core is still young. To be honest, you know what I'm saying. So it's like I know Nate. That's the thing that I feel like Nate himself got to go into like himself to figure out. It's like okay. Because he came into the things like, he's not coaching as a development situation, even though it's
okay.
It's kind of that, though. But you still your core players, bro, who you depend on, still Trey, Kevin Huerter, and John Collins right now. That's still very young.
Right, but hold on, Mike, real quick, because I just saw something, and this is exactly what I'm talking about with this team here. Why do we have two people closing out on a 3-point shooter that's wide open? What is our defense on this? And I know it was a loose ball play.
I had to see why he was wide open to begin with, though. But I mean, I feel. I mean, that just happened there. I understand. I agree.
All right. Well, is Double O going to make a big difference?
I think so. Yes, he showed me last year in the playoffs. Yes, I mean, hell, right now I would like cut Clint.
Stop it.
Double O.
AJ, can you hear us okay this time?
Man, that shit still low as hell. I mean, I can hear y'all though.
So we can hear you though.
Yeah, we can hear you good. We ain't saying nothing important. What's your take on all this?
My question is, do y'all think we're just content with going to the playoffs and then the momentum would change?
I'm gonna let y'all take that one.
I mean, I don't know if they thinking that or something like that. So I don't know, man.
We have a really good playoff player because Trey is fearless, and the nerves of being in the playoffs, he scores. So that's big in the playoffs.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, it can easily be like these last 4 games and stuff, then, bro, that we've been losing because that's what he's been doing. He go into that mode and he missed. Like we could have beat the Nets, bro, but he was just missing. Even when he missed his layup, TLC missed the follow-up. It's a putback right there. He get to the free throw line. Trey don't never miss a free throw. He misses a free throw. That can easily happen in playoffs too or whatnot. It just like we got to do it correctly still, man. You still got to play correct basketball down the stretch.
Right. This is what we're missing is a
I ain't
post
gonna lie, bro.
player.
That question
That ain't good.
that
Messed you
question
up?
that Chris Kirshner gave Trey, that shit was hilarious.
Well, what was that?
Yeah, what was
When
it?
he asked him about the threes, when he asked Trey Young about shooting them threes, and he asked Trey, "Do you think that's the when you shoot those threes early in the shot clock from like 50 feet? Do you think that's the best available shot for the team at the time?" And Trey Young was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What the?"
And this is another thing. This is the only thing that I don't agree with Nate is why is he not playing Jalen Johnson or Sharif Cooper? Like, why can we not find
Bro, we ain't a
some
development
space
league,
for
bro.
them?
We ain't no development team.
Who you playing them over though,
It
bro?
doesn't.
Damn,
Like,
y'all want y'all.
they both play two positions like
What
that.
y'all want?
Yeah, who are you playing them over?
I would play Jalen Johnson with TLC. I would cut into the times that I see, some of the other players playing the 3 spot. I just don't know. Like, what's the point of drafting someone and not knowing what the hell they bring to the table?
Because your draft, let me tell you something, man. When you draft it in these sports, your career is determined by where you go. You see what I'm saying? You could get a Jalen Johnson, and he could have went to the Orlando Magic, and he gets plenty of playing time from the jump.
Yeah.
But guess what? He drafted by the Atlanta Hawks, who we supposed to be competing for an NBA title. You don't see no other team competing for a title playing rookies until they forced to do it. When they have no other options, then they
I
play
don't
them
think so. I
rookies.
mean,
because
Tyler,
look at the boy drafted. Look at the
Tucker Horton
Look at the
for
boy
the
drafted
LA
by the
Lakers
boys.
just did that.
But he did it because of injuries,
Tucker Horton
though,
played
man.
last
It's a
year, didn't he?
position that they were short at too, as well, man. With the injuries,
And
so
Tucker Horton
once
played
they
last
got,
year. He ain't no damn rookie this year.
No, I was talking about last year. I was talking about the year that he came out.
Yeah, I feel you, but I'm just saying though,
Injuries,
you gotta
dog.
always look at the injuries though, because it's the same thing when we played the Knicks and people was comparing the fact about the Knicks rookie that was doing with us, bro. I'm like, look at the injuries at the time, man, at the position. My thing is, you saying Jalen Johnson, okay? They don't see Jalen Johnson as a 3. Jalen Johnson is a 4 or a 5, and that's what they've been playing him in the G League. I don't think any of them believe that if they did play him at 3, he'd be able to spread the floor and shoot the ball as consistent as TLC. I mean, I'm sure as fans, we were like, well, hell, we want to see one of this, but y'all gonna be mad that boy get out there, he breaking left and right and everything, because y'all know how quick y'all gonna try to trade Cam. So that's like that's so hilarious to me. Like they want to see him so bad. Huh? What's that, Demond?
That's what they.
What was that, Demond?
Gonna be saying, take him out the game. He missed a shot. Get him out of there.
Yeah, they will. But is that, and then when you got
Y'all hear
Sharif,
me?
I mean, I would like to see him play too, though. But you got Trey Young, all right. You ain't cutting in that. Then you got a DeLon, you got Lou. I mean, it's already depth there. You know, where we are short at is, yes, the 3 and the 2. If Sharif or Jalen Johnson plays shooting guard, I think you'll see that one of them, at least a few. But neither one of them plays shooting guard.
Well, Dave brought up an interesting point, and it was about is Nate McMillan have the same?
All right, watch this though.
Does Nate McMillan have the same personality on the sideline as Lenny Wilkins?
Yeah, he does. To me, he does. Boom. See, look at that. That's who that Cam right there. That's.
But did Al Sengun just throw Trey Young to the ground?
No, that was Cam, man. Can you go back or whatever? But I think that was Cam because like that's Eric Gordon. Number one, you going under the screen, but that's your better defender. Trey hit a big shot right there. He's still up. He up 6 here.
This is where I
under that screen.
See right there, he just pushed Cam to the ground.
No,
how does that?
It was TLC that got pushed to the ground and Cam closed out. Oh no, JC closed out. But yeah, that lead down.
Look, right there, he just threw him to the ground.
He's going under the screen though. That's communication.
Yeah, he really did.
Right there. The JC and Cam got to be on. You shouldn't go under that. You shouldn't go under that with Eric Gordon. You quick enough to keep.
And then here you're saying that lob is just not there this year.
Look at the Bulls. Back up to Clint. He ain't catching it, bro. I told y'all this 1,000 times, bro.
Every team we done played, they been on the lookout for that lob. Every team. Because they know that's our bread
disgusting.
and butter.
AJ, only 4 teams were still playing. Who everybody watching? Everybody watching them 4 teams. Everybody see how we play.
Exactly. I mean, like it ain't like when these boys get put out in the playoffs. It ain't like these boys just go home and not watch the playoffs. A lot of these boys go home and watch the playoffs because you seen even with the Knicks, they were stopping the law.
Yep. That's the
That
number
was
one thing right there. That you gotta take away or whatnot. You gotta take that away. They see that
Hey.
or whatever. Big shot right there by
that was a
Trey.
nasty shot, by the way.
Lou, you said you wanted somebody we need to dump the ball to in the paint. You don't have no faith in your boy Capella? Dump the ball to Capella in the paint.
No, I've seen Capella play. I mean, he has no footwork. It's like I'm a big fan of big men with good
So
skills.
why you not saying get rid of Capella then? Why you not saying get rid of trade Capella for somebody?
Well, first of all, I think I did say that.
Yeah, nay.
And they say we can't trade Clint, man. That really
Yeah,
got me.
I did say that.
Yeah, I'm asking you again. Yeah or nay? Would you trade Capella?
Yeah, I'm done with Capella.
You'll trade Capella for Sabonis then?
I think the center position on the Atlanta Hawks of the 2021 season allows for an extreme upgrade. Period. Like that is the position when I'm looking at the team, I'm like, we can upgrade that position. It's very limited. And as you said, one fucking playoffs and everybody knows what the hell we do with these guys. He is not a difference maker. He's a good player, but yeah, no, that is a position where I think we could trade him. And I don't know what's going on with my internet, but no, it's I think we should get a real legitimate center or real legitimate power forward that has skills.
So you'll trade Sabonis on for Capella.
Say that one more time.
You'll trade on Sabonis for Capella.
Man, if I could do that straight up, of course I would. Of course I would. I think what we gain on offense,
straight up,
it dwarfs what we would lose on rebounding and defense.
I'll tell you. You want me to tell you what we missed out at? In the off season, I kept saying we need to get Giannis Valanciunas. I kept saying that shit, bruh. Everybody grew. Oh, they too high. But Slayton ain't goddamn on what's the name? Pull the goddamn trigger, bruh. This team would be a lot different if we had Valanciunas, bruh. I'm telling you. I'm talking about even if he came off the bench.
No doubt. I would love Valanciunas on this team. I would love it. And Dave just said it right here. Why? Can anybody explain? That came out of nowhere. Why did we had no reason to extend Capella? Why did we do that?
You want me to tell you? Because because his defensive stats, that's what it was. Because he was like second or third in blocks. He was like first or second in rebounds. So like, I mean, the front office, they just took that in consideration.
But hold on. Hold on. We just had two. We started the whole show on the whole JC gonna resign thing. He played hardball with JC, somebody that he drafted. This guy that he traded, it's been hurt for a whole year already. He's not gonna play hardball with him. Like it didn't make any sense to sign him at the time.
Who's Capella's agent?
I don't know.
That's
beyond my pay grade. We got to get more sponsorships.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you the main reason why I had one of Valanciunas was just for the simple fact last year Brook Lopez was looking like Shaq against us, bro. The reason why I wanted Valanciunas, he was a big body. He was I'm talking about like Valanciunas, what he is. That nigga like 7 foot. Fucking 255, 260.
Big dude.
Man, that's what I'm saying. We need somebody like that.
That's what I thought we were gonna go do, and instead we bring in Gorgie Dane.
Yeah, he not stopping no Brook Lopez, bro. I'm sorry to tell you, Pimp.
Ooh, you don't stop Brook Lopez. You just slow him down. You make him work on the other side. If he has to play defense, if Brook Lopez has to play defense, he doesn't play as good on offense.
Who you talking about, Valanciunas?
You might want to go look at Brook Lopez stats when he played for the fucking Nets. Y'all must think he's some type of stiff. No.
I'm not saying I'm not
It's a
saying
reason
he's
why
stiff
he
at
went
all.
for 30. He went for 30 on us and 13 boards. Okay,
He
what
didn't
you
have to
need
play no
is
damn
but
defense.
we saying he went for 30 and 13 because of Clint and JC. But he
Yeah,
had
he didn't play
Jonas.
no
It might
defense.
have been like 20 and 7.
Exactly.
no. You know why? Because Brook Lopez can shoot from everywhere on the court. He shoot from everywhere on the court. Valanciunas can't keep up with that. That's why
20
Valanciunas.
still a good
That's
game.
why it's hard for him to find it.
How can Valanciunas
why
not
he
keep up
can't?
with that? Let me put you on the hot seat real quick. Why do you think Valanciunas wouldn't be able to? And I don't want to do this too often, but why do you think Valanciunas wouldn't be able to keep up with Brook Lopez?
Because he's not mobile. He's stiff. He can't move. He has no
Valanciunas?
lateral.
Valanciunas? Are you serious?
Valanciunas, go look him up, bro. Let me tell you something. He a dinosaur. He a dinosaur. That's why he on his third, fourth team right now. He who he remind me of?
He's on his second team.
Yeah, I figured say he on the second team.
He on the second team and it was part of a blockbuster deal that Zion probably wanted.
Nah, Jonas on like his third. Jonas on like his
second
fourth
team, bro.
Well, hold on. Where Jonas at now anyway?
He started off with Toronto and then ended up with Memphis.
He's not in Memphis right now.
All right, so he had 3 teams. All right,
well, yeah, 3. Yeah, I forgot about Memphis.
Brook Lopez is not some scrub, and that's
nobody's saying that, Damon. Nobody's saying that. I'm not gonna argue that point.
No, either though.
What I'm saying is this: Valanciunas is a good big. Now, I would love to have a Valanciunas when the Bucks are at full strength, to where Giannis and Lopez is on the court, because then Lopez is not looking to score. You see what I'm saying? So he's not really a factor.
Let's simplify it then, Damon, for you. Would you take Jonas or Clint?
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Hold up.
Hey, where's that bong at?
You know, why I would take Giannis. Why I would take Valanciunas is because he's more skilled than Clint. Clint will get me more on the defensive side of the ball, but Valanciunas can at least he can make you come out to that 3-point line. Now he not a 40-50% shooter or 30, but he hit enough to where, hey, at least make an attempt to go out there. So you can.
I know he had a 32-point game this season.
Valanciunas, what's that? Valanciunas average on 13 rebounds career wise too, though.
That's good. And then you got to get every center. You got to get if a center got good hands, you can give them a +5.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm finna go get my lamp. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
In my opinion, man,
you could do more with
good hands
than you can with Capella. You can do a lot more with Valanciunas.
Oh yeah, I mean I agree. Like I just feel like I said, that lob not there, man. So we need somebody who be able to just play basketball, bro. That can consistently have the ball, do a quick little turnaround shot off the glass, man. Just
exactly.
Quick, he got it or whatever. Even somebody here is not a dunk. I can just jump, hook it right there, and shot. That's it, huh?
Somebody Google who Clint agent is. I want to see if he got any connections to anybody on the team.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But Trey, Paul Klein. So.
But I don't think that's the issue. I really don't know why he was resigned. Like, that was a baffling move.
Because everybody,
bro. Look at who's agent. That's where you start at. Because guess what?
Fans kept talking about we 2 games and a referee from a championship. So they're like, let's just bring everybody back.
Start because those agents and them general managers be working backdoor deals. They be like, hey man, take care of my guy, and I'm gonna make sure we send some people your way. That's how that shit go, man.
Yeah, that's the dark side of this sport. But let's keep it moving. Damon, I want to talk to you. What do you see going on in this Orlando Magic game? We have a game tonight here in a couple hours.
Yeah, we're gonna beat their ass.
I guess what do you hope and what do you expect?
A ass whipping. That's what I expect. Straight up.
On whose part?
I expect them to come out, be aggressive, but that's not my issue with the Hawks is the second half, bro. It's like they just be like, you know what? We just gonna play half a game and then we just gonna fuck off the rest of the game.
it's like they didn't gain any experience in the playoffs. Like they are almost scared of this fourth quarter. They're scared of the last 4 minutes. It's like, I don't want to be the one to not miss the shot. What's going on with that?
And let me say one thing real quick, Luke, because I gotta go take my son to basketball practice. But I got a statement / question. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm thinking this team kind of remind me of the young Oklahoma City Thunder back in 2010 when they went to the finals. You know what I'm saying? And they never ended up going back to the finals. And I'm kind of wondering, do y'all think that the team is kind of resting on their laurels? You know what I'm saying? After the deep playoff run, now, the regular season boring. I wonder if they resting on their laurels, because I hope they're not, because that Oklahoma City Thunder team never made it back to the finals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What do y'all think about this team with all the accomplishments they had last year, resting on their laurels now? What do y'all think about that?
I think that's a great question, and that's kind of where I'm thinking. But that's where I thought we rectified that by finding someone like a McMillan. I thought Nate McMillan would not allow us to feel that way or to get that way. But something is going on where the guys are tightening up in the fourth quarter. They understand the importance of it. They understand all of that, the pressure. They are not winning. They're not playing winning basketball. They're not winning. Whatever it is, it's not working. And so, if it's resting on laurels, or if they think that, now that they're the top 14, teams are just going to, give them wins, like a team like Houston Rockets, who's out there hustling and busting their ass, is going to just give them a win, that's not going to happen. If you mean that by resting on laurels, then that might be creeping in, and it's frustrating to watch. But we also don't have a clear number two. We also don't have a clear number two scorer, and we have way too much discombobulation in our wings. Like, what is going on with our wings? Like, DeLon Wright, is he in the rotation? Is Kevin Huerter going to be aggressive today? Is Lou Williams going to give us Lou Williams, or is he going to be shitty bench player Lou Williams? Cam and Hunter, are they going to be able to stay healthy? Are they going to play defense to where they actually stop somebody?
Lou Williams done, bro.
Yeah, he's the rap.
Man, he look like he don't even want to be there, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. I think the only reason why we had signed Lou Williams, because he had told them, like, hey, after this year, I'm gonna go ahead and retire. I'm gonna retire a Hawk, you know what I'm saying, and shit. And that's it. I mean, because shit, at the end of the day, that's where it all started from.
I wish they would have retired his ass last year and brought him in as a coach then, because he's done. He is done.
What is that? Bring his ass in as a coach?
That won't happen.
I mean, seriously, like, if he likes Atlanta and like the culture, then bring him in, keep him around. I mean, a veteran is always veteran, but when he gets in there, he's a one-trick pony, but that trick ain't working right now. He's not electric. He hasn't gone on a 17-point game fourth quarter at all. It's like, I just don't understand what his purpose is. He's taking minutes from Jalen Johnson, somebody who's a 6'9", gazelle out there. I haven't even seen him because they're playing Lou Williams.
Got a veteran coach, man. Then they don't even play the same position, Lou. So.
But Nate, he also had said that in a press conference, they were like, why you ain't giving Jalen no burn? And he was like he ain't trying, know what I'm saying, like, we ain't developing right now type shit. Shit. But but earlier, like Mike had said, at the end of the day, if somebody like Gallo or JC would have got hurt, Jalen would have got that burn. But as of right now, I just don't see them getting no burn unless it's a blowout or some shit like that. That's that's really the only way I'm gonna see them getting some burn. And then in all actuality, it's really not gonna help them because it's not real game time speed. You know what I mean?
No, and I agree with that. But it's getting to the point where if we were 21 and 8 or whatever, I get it. We're 13 and 14. We're hold on. Let me show you this, because it's literally right here.
Yeah,
we're 13 and 14, the fourth team in the Southeast Division. There are Charlotte, Washington, and Miami ahead of us.
We not Orlando.
I know. But look though. Just think about it though. The way we playing right now, we playing so lackadaisy, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. Yeah, give the rookie some burn just to show the veteran players on the team that they gonna
There you go. Yeah.
that your position, you know what I'm saying, shit could be taken. But still in the same sense, at the end of the day, we hovering right around 500. Nobody in the East is just really taking off. On each side. Nobody in the East is just really taking off. So why
AJ,
would,
does
like,
that
by
make
us
it?
being 13 and 14, why would you risk giving Jalen Johnson? Why would you risk giving him 18 minutes, or on Sharif on risk giving him 18 minutes, and then we know what I'm saying, constantly on losing games? Right now, we need to focus on finishing games, because that's not, know what I'm saying, we're not finishing games. That's what we
That's
need to
all
be
that
Jalen is not
focusing
going to
on
help in
as a
that
team.
department.
Huh?
And you're right. Jalen Johnson's not going to help in that department. But AJ,
Neither
isn't that
is
the more
necessarily
frustrating?
Sharif.
Isn't that the more frustrating part of it? Isn't that the more frustrating part of it? Is
No.
that nobody is taken off in the East, and we've had at least 8 winnable games. We've had not 6 games that I know we were ahead with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah,
not necessarily.
I mean,
We all
Hold
called
on.
this though. I feel my bad. I feel like everybody who took their time and looked at the NBA landscape called this happening. Even though everybody in a sense got kind of their injuries and COVID issues though, but yeah, if you were being just probably a biased fan of your own team or whatever, like, bro, we literally at the beginning of the season was naming like what almost every team in the East being able to make the playoffs when you got a doggone play in now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I know I'm not surprised, and no, I'm not, frustrated or whatever. I mean, like I said, I guess if you think about it as a fan, yeah, you want your team to be blowing everybody out all the time, though. But at the same time, though, like I said, we pretty much, I kind of expected the East to be the way it is, or
I definitely expected the East to be tough.
I'm just happy we're not Orlando, and we better not lose to Orlando. You just showed that record.
Right, and that's my thing is like, what did Damon said he expected an ass kicking. You're on the hot seat right now. What are your hopes and what are your expectations? Like, do you want us to completely just demolish this team 20 points ahead, 5 minutes into the first quarter all the way through, or do you want to see some adversity and we win a close game?
I just wanted.
Man, I got a motherfucking parlay bet. I need them niggas to beat them niggas by 11. I ain't gonna hold you. I got a parlay bet. I need them to beat them by 11. We playing against Orlando, bruh.
That
Get the
reminds
fuck
me.
out of there, bruh.
That reminds me of Mike. Do you have some scrub that's gonna go off on the Hawks today? What's your
I'm sitting here trying to do it already now. I'm trying to get a little lineup in, man. A little cheap lineup.
Because DJ Augustine's not on that team anymore.
Yeah, nah, man. Cold back
Shit,
though.
what's the night? I ain't gonna hold you. I'm fucking with Gallo all day, bruh. That nigga one of the hottest niggas shooting from motherfucking 3. I already know he gonna get that burn just for the simple fact. I mean, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the shit, we should be blowing these boys out.
Yeah, that's true.
Hold you.
That's actually that's probably a good call.
Nah, I got you. Now I said France. I think France is gonna ball Wagner.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Franz, whatever, however you say his name.
I just don't need someone to go 5 for 5 from 3 again. I don't need us to lose this game. This cannot be Orlando's 6th win. You just can't afford to lose this game. We can afford to lose against the Rockets playing really good basketball.
Why y'all got water on the
Brooklyn.
floor?
It's possible.
It's possible, but I think there's no way we lose. Yeah. And I guess with that, man, we're definitely gonna be checking out that game tonight. Does anybody have anything to say before we keep it going?
No. Well, that's you out there being loud. You better, like I said, win, man. Well, you better win. We win tonight or whatever. You get that, back to 500 or whatnot. So just use these boys to get a W. I mean, it's frustrating because he easily beat the Knicks. Should have beat Charlotte. What else?
And Charlotte keeps winning these 1-point games.
Yeah, Charlotte doing their thing. I mean, they'll probably build a stretch and they just losing or something like that.
They got a really good locker room. They play for each other, and you can tell. And that's what we need.
They got a good team. I mean, the NBA, bro. Like, if you like to play 2K, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good time to play 2K. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can pick a lot of things.
I don't want to get us kicked off the
and have fun with. Yeah, you can have fun with a lot of teams right now. Because shoot, like the Rockets, man. The Rockets nice.
Yeah, Rocket Christian Wood, they're making good moves for sure.
Jalen Green didn't even play. Did he?
What's that?
Jalen Green didn't even play, right? Nah.
Ooh, I would hope he played. Jesus Christ. Anyways, it's a tough one.
But for real though, neither Jalen Green or Kevin Porter played.
That's that's not the best, but we also had Hunter not playing. We also had Double O not playing. Like, I don't care if you're not playing. I want to know there's enough good teams, there's enough good people on our team to play consistent basketball. We're not playing good basketball. We're falling into a bigger trap of just allowing a Trey to be our offense. And I think we have enough players where we don't have to run that type of offense. We can pass the ball around a gazillion times and get an open shot, and these guys are going to hit. Like, I don't understand why we're bogging ourselves down.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to hit the shot. Yeah, I agree. It's supposed to hit the shot, man.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, we missing some shot makers though. You know what I'm saying? Bogey is definitely he moving around. They gonna hit that Bogey. Moving around, that's gonna hit. That's DeAndre Hunter. I mean, he definitely is the 3-and-D specialist. Pretty consistent at that. Cam not as consistent. Cam like to get happy feet still or whatever. So, I mean, it is a impact. But at the same time, there's no excuse. We need to adjust. We still have the pieces there to run to close the game out. Close the game out. That's all. What was that? What do you?
Oh. These got some.
That Gucci mine.
I love it. Well, I guess on that note, I guess we're going to conclude today's show with that. There's nothing else to say, but they better win this game. And
they better win, and I got their parlay bet in.
Yeah, and they better win by 11, so our boy AJ can get some get some more East Atlanta love. If you enjoyed it, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. Check out our sponsors. The links are in the description, and find us on all the socials. We're for the fans, by the fans. And with all that said, have a great day. Until next time, go Hawks.
Y'all boy, be easy.